We will have your fourth bout of the evening ready for you folks in just a moment. Getting ready for the golden voice of one Mike Falvo to bring us in here.
Yeah, you thought I was going to sing that part, didn't you? No, not going to happen. All right, fight fans, it's time to bring out the competitors for our upcoming contest. Introducing first, making his way to the blue corner, Justin Polanco.
Justin Polanco making his debut as well tonight. His father was an amateur and pro boxer in Puerto Rico, and he said, I just want to start off where my dad left off, right? And he's been boxing now for 4 years. First time stepping into the realm of kickboxing. And this one, a real fun one. Kickboxing 3 minutes, or 3 2-minute rounds. And you see he wears his home flag with pride. And I was able to talk to him, man. Super, super nice dude. Just very, very inviting, very willing to give me whatever I needed. And it speaks to the type of athlete that he is. He's very humble. He's looking to go in there, have fun. And you'd expect nothing less than a guy that was brought up in a combat sports family, because that's the traditions and the values of a great combat sports athlete. You see he makes his way around the ring there, or the cage. And he is ready to go. Sammi Haitam fighting out of Team Savage. Not much to know about him. He was very cryptic when I reached out to him for pre-fight comments. He said, I'll give you more than enough to commentate about. So if that's any indication for what we're going to get here, we are in for an absolute slugfest. See there, him also wearing his nation's pride, or wearing his nation's flag with pride. You love to see fighters supporting or wearing their flags as a badge of honor. I don't think that's allowed in the UFC anymore. I think they recently unbanned it. So here though, RFC, any flag you want to fly, you can fly. Very stoic, kind of calm disposition about Haitam. He makes his way to the cage now. He's getting everything checked. He's got those whatchamacallit, shin guards on. A lot of fighters have reached out and they say that those shin guards, fighting in those is like fighting in mud. Makes it very hard to move around. So a lot of guys prefer the bare shin, even though it's a little bit more painful. See Sammy there. Throwing up a quick prayer. We are set to go here. Let's throw it over to Mike Falvo in the cage.
And now, fight fans, the action continues on the card for Illyrian Fight Night here with RFC Promotions. With our upcoming contest, a kickboxing matchup scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds at 220 pounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Rosa Kickboxing, Justin Polanco. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, representing Team Savage, Sammi Haitam. The man in charge of the action at the sound of the bell is Mr. Marcel Varela.
Oh, I'm nervous. These two guys, heavyweights, anything could happen here. One shot. Regardless, though, we are set to go for your fourth bout of the evening. Both guys starting off technical. Polanco, you see the influence of his father there. Nice, clean jab. He's going to use that to establish a lot of his boxing. So far, able to put Haitam on the back foot there. And Polanco surging forward. A lot of pressure. Haitam's got to circle out or find some way to deal with it. Again, they can call standing 8 counts. So he has to be careful. Nice front kick landed there by Haitam. And another nice shot. If this was MMA, that would have been a nasty single leg. Again, though, we are in kickboxing. MMA's coming up later. Don't you folks worry about that. Nice leg kick by Polanco, but I doubt we're going to see many kicks from him. I doubt we're going to see much kickboxing. It's probably going to be more westernized boxing. Both men trading in the center here, though. Ill-fated side kick attempt for Haitam there. But he is trading a little bit more efficiently now with Polanco. And the pace is just slowed down a tad bit. With both these guys starting to breathe a little bit heavier. And one of the corners calling for jab and breathe. I'm assuming that's the corner of Haitam. But a nice front kick and then boxing there by Polanco. He's going to start, again, setting up everything behind that jab. That's what had him having so much success in the early goings of this fight. Starting to connect, flush again. As we get to the last 10 seconds of round number 1. He's looking to cap off what has been a dominant first round. Both men had their moments. But Polanco looked real good. It all started with that jab, I'm telling you. That's the boxing right there. And a reminder, we have 16 more bouts, ladies and gentlemen. 16 more bouts. We got a mixture of Muay Thai, MMA, and kickboxing, of course. And as good as these fights have been, we have not yet gotten even to the meat and potatoes of what the offerings have for tonight. All right, here we go. Round number 2. Curious to see how Haitam's going to respond here. I think it's actually Haitam. I apologize if I'm butchering his name. They have it different, I think, on the teleprompter here, but I'm not sure. Regardless, though, Haitam now pressing the pace a little bit more here. And not only can that strong jab by Polanco be used as an offensive weapon, it can also be used as a defensive weapon. So you're going to start to see him probably back up. And if Haitam starts to come downhill with combinations, you're going to see Polanco maybe shoot the jab out there. Big shot there by Polanco. Doesn't land, though. But you might start to see him use that jab on the back foot. Regardless, Haitam, nice adjustment in round number 2 to start pressuring. Very reminiscent of our last fight. There's me in the background. Both men trade leg kicks. Nice job going downstairs and finishing upstairs by Haitam. He has had himself a much better second round. Seems like the pace slowing is giving him time to kind of, find his pace, find his rhythm, and just really collect himself. Take a deep breath. That's what his corner was calling for in that first. Nice jab out of Haitam. Gets out of the way of the return shot there from Polanco. And another big jab. And if this second round continues going this way, that's money in the bank for Haitam. This is a 1-1 fight going into the third. Couple of nice shots from Polanco. Still in this. And I think that head guard of Haitam's giving him a little bit of trouble. Nice body shots to end it off. And with that, we will go into a 1-1 fight heading into this third round, at least on my unofficial judge scorecards. There you go. And to put respect on his name, I now have the correct pronunciations. Haitam. So my apologies. Haitam readies himself from the stool. Polanco across from him. First to the center. And a great show of respect between these two athletes. Let's see if Haitam can keep on with this momentum that he's been, momentum shifted from that second round. Let's see if he can keep it up here. Both men swinging, trading, and both men connecting. Nice front kick up the middle by Haitam. And Polanco staying measured. He's operating at kind of like a long boxing range. But I think he needs to get back to where he started this fight at. Stay behind the jab, right? Start to create more effects, or excuse me, more attacks off of that jab. Because right now, you can tell Haitam's starting to gain a little bit more confidence. Polanco might have him hurt here. Polanco seems to think so. He's trying to finish this fight. Haitam just out of the way of that jab. It looked like it might be a little bit of a nosebleed there on Polanco. Again, tough to say. Haitam now the one walking Polanco down. Oh! Polanco just dropped a huge shot on Haitam. That paused him. That paused him. Haitam now against the cage side, just trying to survive as they separate. Polanco lands a big leg kick. 30 seconds left. And Polanco keeps staying at this long kickboxing range. You have to think that he wants to be a little bit more aggressive. Big breath out of Haitam. And a nice jab out of Polanco. Nice jab back from Haitam. Haitam putting it all out on the line with a flurry of shots. And that's how this one will end. What an entertaining fight at 220 pounds. Seems like both... Gotcha, and I'm just informed that we do have a replay of that first shot that stung Haitam. Here it is again, Polanco shelling up and is just trying to answer back. Both men trading wildly, and it looks like, it looks like an errant hook or something along those lines just catches Haitam. And that was the first of what looked like two. It's hard to tell again, you know, because guys can be tired, right? So they might be a little bit, they might not be on the best footing. But it did look like there was multiple times where Haitam was hurt. And that speaks to the power possessed by Polanco. But a super duper entertaining fight. Yep, there it is. Some great boxing on display by Polanco. And as we get set to go here, judges are putting in their scorecards. Both men, again, wearing their flags with pride, excuse me. Let's throw it over to Mike Falvo in the cage to make this one official.
And as always, fight fans, how about a round of applause for 3 great rounds of action? And now after 3 hard-fought rounds of kickboxing action, we go to the official scorecard. Judge number 1 has scored the fight 29-28 for Polanco. Judge number 2 scored the fight 29-28 for Haitam. And judge number 3 has scored the fight 29-28 for your winner by way of split decision. Out of the blue corner, Justin Polanco.
Justin Polanco able to get it done in his debut. I'm sure making his father proud. Here with a win tonight, holds up the Puerto Rican flag with pride. And the picture of happiness, great show of respect between both men.